So, Anand, shall we start, or you would like to tell about yourself, or would ask me some questions?
Yeah, so as you know, so we are connected LinkedIn since quite long time. So 2 years back we had a brief conversation. So I think I will going to introduce little about me. So I have brought and grown up in the village in Karnataka. So I did my studies up to 12th in a Bidar district. So thereafter I got a uh, enrolled myself to agriculture engineering. So I did completed my agriculture engineering from Raichur. So thereafter I went to Pune to seek a career these things, and I have tried and tested myself in a marketing field, and I thought that it is not my cup of tea. So I choose myself in a developmental sector through 1 year program with the Afro. So thereafter, after completion of 1 year that training program, so I have been worked around 6 months in Madhya Pradesh with the livelihood program with the government of Madhya Pradesh through non-government organization. So again, I have been selected in water for as a technical officer, and so I have moved back to Maharashtra, and there I have started my journey with the WOTR, and so I worked almost 15 years with the WOTR. In between, I came 1 year and worked with some other organization, and so again I worked with 6 years with NABARD. So recently, so my contract with water is ended. So I thought that so there is a no growth. So let's check myself and so align myself with the next 10 years, 20 years of the career. So in between, so again, so your uh, courses related to the time management. So that article again I have connected with you
Yeah.
through these things.
Um, just a minute, Anand. Yes, we can continue. Yes.
Yeah, that's it all about. So the things my mind now it is going on that one is thing that through non-profit organization we connect with the needy one that so the poorer farmers. So especially so I am working with the water and agriculture non farm based livelihood, and so the last stint with water is a very satisfactory. Almost I have reached more than 40,000 farmers. Whenever I interact with the farmers, I feel I will quite emotionally connect with that activities, and I have quite successful in uh, giving a uh, suitable local solution to them, and so that way, so I this stint with the water is quite satisfactory, and I thought that so whether should I continue with the developmental sector, I have to choose a path of corporate social responsibilities. And within CSR, there are two streams: are there corporate social responsibilities and other corporate sustainabilities. So whenever corporate they choose both the expertise. So I am in the dilemma now. So another thing is that I also got the third wave COVID. I have been affected, and in February month, so I have been diagnosed with the COVID, and it is not much impacted. But later I came to know that so instantaneously my sugar level is also increased. So that is another layer of this thing. So I thought that let's take a pause, and as I already decided to discontinue the not to give the further commitment. So I thought that let's take the pause and to realign myself.
Great.
Again, now that there is a stress and it is a mind game, so mind is playing that why you have taken that decision and this decision. So sometime when our mood is off and we will think that so अरे so हम कुछ गलत कर दिया क्या. So second thing is that so whatever the when we make some certain assumptions, so that we forget that assumptions on basis which we have taken the decisions. So normally this will happen everybody. So when we stress and when we're thinking, so again that assumption. So what is our goal and vision we forget, and so that's all about me.
So I had, before going deeper into what my experiences were and how I can help you further, I'll tell that like say, many of us, like as you were saying, we talk to only ourselves, right? And if it goes negative, then we go deeper into negative. So I'll be supporting you there, not to get into negativity, but to see the other side. Even when your one thought is coming, it is coming because of something else, some circumstances or something. But no, it has two ways. You know that every problem has an opportunity hidden inside. But when we see it alone from our perspective, it is not visible. So if there is an accountability partner or say a mentor, then that person actually we can talk that we can define that person as a friend, well wisher. You can say. Right? You went behind the camera. It was okay.
Yeah. So my bandwidth is low, so I thought that my
Yeah.
camera, the mobile battery is low, so I thought that I switch off the camera.
Okay. Okay.
So, hmm.
So that is what I'll be doing. So it is better. Can you not charge your phone?
Yeah, so I came out, so I brought my daughter to swimming pool, and so 1 minute, I will switch on my vehicle and I will charge
You are traveling somewhere, right?
it.
So because your this is very low, so let me start with your interpretation that I have done so far with those three tests. And of course, you are invited to the time management workshop, which I am starting from 21st. You can start, you can join there. I will send you an invitation.
Okay.
So I'll just go through very quickly. This is these are the three tests you underwent.
Meeting now.
And your inherent potential, as we have found out from the test, well, you are self-believer. So I have found out these many. All those are in the report, you can see. But these are the elements which I'll be using to make your competency stories, right? The second is you are a coach, like say, as outlined by your test. So these are the, like say, develop people's potential, strive for ultimate level of excellence. All these are your things. So these, then believer, you are a believer, then you are an optimist. So that is what your past test shows. And you are a catalyst also. Then the then you have done your personality test. It says you are entertainer, ESFP A. So it is like a sensing feeling kind, which means people can trust on you, they can lean on you, they can burden you with their problems as well. That means that, right? So you focus on self improvement, building relationships, developing others, collaboration, inspiring others. and problem solving. That is what your strength areas are. And essentially you are a sensing feeling person. Can you see the SF in between? So these are the two is taken by study and personality test people to categorize you. You are a sensing feeling person. Then there are two ways to look at your personality based on that sensing. When you are sensing, there are positive potential that you are pragmatic, confident, assertive. You are very assertive, result oriented, resourceful, organized. Your opinions are based on facts, high standards. You are very cooperative and hard driving. The result, you go all out to achieve your results. The negative side of that is you don't see long range. Like say these are outline potential. Like say when you have some positive potential, there is a flip side of it, and these are the negative potentials which can be your strength as well. And the other aspect of your personality is feeling. The positive aspect is quite huge. Like say empathetic communication, persuasive, spontaneous, introspective, draws out feelings of others, perceptive, aware, loyal, increases cooperation and teamwork. These are some of the results, and your negative potentials are your gut feeling is very strong. So you are dependent on that. Sometimes because of your gut feeling, you don't take very detailed, you don't go very detailed into whatever facts are there in front, and then you manipulate. Impulsive, unpredictable. But these can be another set of positive strength as well. Because everything, gut feeling, dependent on gut feelings means so many of us actually ignore our gut feeling. We know from inside that this is wrong, but still we do. So you depend on that means you are very close to reaching to your goal yourself, right? So I can write all these negative potential as positive statements as well when I do your competency story. Then knowing the best about you. You are good at supervising three people directly with complete responsibility. So when you are going for the next opportunity, just keep in mind these points. These are additional points nowhere to be seen, but these are from the various studies that I have gone through, and from there I have picked this out. So immediately you should supervise not more than three, but the second rank to those people can be many, right? 300 people also can be there. So make sure that only within three people are reporting directly to you. Indirect reporting can be thousands, doesn't matter. And your annual package can go up to $52,000. So I don't know how much you are getting, but this is your potential. And your job satisfaction will be very high. So whatever job you choose, based on whatever uh, things you take into consideration, and you would like to be at home. 40% of your mind will be saying that you should be working from home, and but you cannot be a nearly, you cannot be self-employed, right? And the blind spots are um, some there is people can actually trouble you, and you avoid conflict also. You are a very peace loving person, so you avoid conflict. And what happens is you are so carried away with your daily works that you actually don't take stock of what is happening with the world around. And whenever there is a situation of conflict, you avoid conflict. Now, this is a graph in which it says, like say, allowing day-to-day issues to get in the way of long-term planning is the highest problem that you might be having. The degree of concern is very high, and there are degree of concerns of everything. So the four things, that is five things. issues are of concern are not dealing with conflict, failing to explore alternatives, ideas, and perspectives, and not gathering enough inputs from others, and forgetting process at the expense of result. So if you are so result oriented that sometimes you forget the process, that should be what you should be taking care of. Then moving forward, these are your very strong points, so many of them. So you can go ahead with that. So these are all the points. Based on whatever you have told, you have a very, can I stop sharing or you have any question to ask?
So please go to the previous slide.
Graph.
So no, another one. So one more. So I have missed here.
The blind spots are um, like you really don't have any visibility about these weaknesses of yours. So suppose there are 8 to 10 people in your team, then there will be issues that you agree, right? There will be issues.
Yeah.
People will be telling something, they will not be agreeing with you on all the points, and that is very usual. But at times, what happens is because you are very empathetic, very soft, people will say something which they shouldn't say to a boss, right? And it affects you because you are dealing from a very soft perspective and people are very harsh. So that affects you, right? So it affects you so much that you forget about the long term plan. You become apprehensive about that. अभी इतना ऐसे बिहेव कर रहा है तो आगे जाके पता नहीं क्या करेगा. You become apprehensive like that. So that is your blind spot. And then same example I'll give you. If you go and ask, if suppose you have heard something very harsh from somebody and you have kept that in your mind, वो नहीं करके if you go and confront उसको कि भाई ऐसे क्यों बोला, what are your points कि ऐसे बोले, you can do that, then ये point resolve हो जाता है, but you will not do that, right? So ये करना है. And अभी प्लानिंग, अभी जैसे अभी अगर आप मेरे ट्रेनिंग में आई तो मैं आपको सिखा सकती हूँ कि आपको भी पता ही होगा कि दैट हैज टू बी द हैबिट कि आपको 80% टाइम प्लानिंग करना है. अगर रोज अगर 15 मिनट्स प्लानिंग किए तो 2 आवर्स ऑफ टाइम सेव होता है. बट यू आर सो एंथुसियास्टिक विथ योर वर्क दैट वो प्लानिंग आप करना कभी कभी भूल जाते. एंड अब कभी किसी के साथ अगर कंफ्लिक्ट होने का चांस होता है देन यू अवॉइड दैट. बात है उसके बारे में करते हैं सामने वाले को, लाइक द अदर पर्सन माइट बी फीलिंग कि इसी पे बात हो जाती तो ठीक होता, बट यू आर सो वरीड अबाउट द कंफ्लिक्ट और उसके बाद कुछ झगड़ा हो जाए या फिर वो कुछ जोर से बोल देने करके, देन यू एक्चुअली डोंट यू अवॉइड दैट डिस्कशन. दैट इज any other thing, any other question.
Okay. Okay.
So,
So next.
in the perspective of seeking the next job or something, उसमें आप ये सबको अगर दिमाग में रखिए, then it will be a good position for you. As a leader, you are like say 90% you are there, and you should be leading a position. But बहुत सारा लोगों का बहुत सारा opinion you don't like. मतलब basically inherently you don't like. अल्लाह बहुत जो you don't like. So you like peace of mind और peacefully कुछ काम हो रहा है तो that suits you best. So see to it that आपको जो direct reporting है वो थोड़ा सा कम लोगों का हो, and people who are indirectly reporting you, that team can be bigger. ये आप दिमाग में रखिए. and then I salary के बारे में जैसे बोला, like say it can be I don't know what your salary is, but it will be like say $52,000 उसके आसपास वो होना चाहिए. So you should not compromise on anything less. That is what I am trying to say. उसका Indian rupee equivalent आप निकाल लीजिए जो भी होता है, and your package should be that. You are capable of earning that much. And if you allow me to say, अभी in today's world ना आप with your experience, so much of experience that you have, but you were worried about selling, marketing, ठीक है, right, Anand? So like say each of us actually sell ourselves to the other person, कभी ना कभी. अब जब आप रिज्यूमे भेजते हो तो what do you do? आप सेल करते हो खुद को. इंटरव्यू देते हो तो what do you do? When you tell about yourself, what do? You sell yourself. So each of us थोड़ा बहुत ज्यादा पैसे से नहीं हम करते हैं. डायरेक्ट जब सेलिंग बाइंग होता है तो हम उसको सेल बोलते हैं, बट each of us थोड़ा बहुत को सेल परचेस करता है. सेलिंग सबको आता है, राइट? सो थोड़ा सा कॉन्फिडेंस अगर आप बिल्ड करो, लाइक से व्हाट द अदर पर्सन नीड्स, अगर आप वो बिल्ड करो, देन सेलिंग हो जाता है. एंड इफ यू आर नॉट वरीड ऑफ सेलिंग, यू कैन इवन राइज हायर इन द कॉर्पोरेट सेक्टर. कॉर्पोरेट में जैसे आप बोले सस्टेनेबिलिटी एंड दूसरा क्या बोले, रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी, राइट? सस्टेनेबिलिटी आप म्यूट पे हैं आनंद, म्यूट पे.
Corporate social responsibility and corporate sustainability.
तो आज के दिन में अगर आप देखेंगे तो पीपल लाइक सस्टेनेबिलिटी मोर देन रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी में आपका सस्टेनेबिलिटी कैसे भी करके डाल देता है. सो इन द इंटरव्यूज यू शुड ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन sustainability. Responsibility is your responsibility is sustainability. How to bring sustainability to people's life. ये अगर आप फोकस कर दो, then you will be like say क्या बोलते हैं, unstoppable. Right? Any other question?
Okay, thank you. So
And I would like you to join my training program. बहुत ज़्यादा है नहीं. It is 5,999 only. So if you come, then I'll actually build your competency stories, जिसमें आपको बोलने बताने के लिए आसानी होगी. एक्चुअली आपके तो बहुत सारे हैं, जस्ट उसको ट्विक करना. आप बोलेंगे एंड आई विल इन ए फॉर्मेट, आई विल ट्विक दैट. इफ यू कम टू दैट, देन दिस अलाइनमेंट भी होता है, देन दिस वर्किंग टुगेदर भी हो जाता है. व्हाट डू यू से?
yeah, so I'm quite interested to opt the course.
मैं आपको एक पेमेंट लिंक भेज देती हूँ, आप करो, देन आई एक्चुअली वी कैन स्टार्ट इमीडिएटली, राइट?
Okay.
So should I send the payment link to you?
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Anand. Any more questions अगर आपके हो? Actually what I
So
do,
in between, I got any questions. So can I connect with you?
yes,
So
sure,
is it
sure.
no?
वो तो हम तो ग्रुप में भी है, आप तो मेरे व्हाट्सएप में भी हो,
Yeah.
right?
So already I have. Maybe you have occupied with so many tasks other than this. So I will text you. So we'll.
No, I'll actually what I'll do is I'll take only 5. Actually वो $2,000 वाला मेरा एक कोर्स है, right? So for that I'll take 5 people only, not more than that.
Okay.
So as to reduce my occupational time and serve more.
Okay. No issue. So please share the link so I can
Okay.
pay it.
And Anand, there is a request, like मेरे बारे में थोड़ा सा बोल देती हूँ. why I have, like say, मेरा offline में actually I train thousands of people, right? कोई मेरे साथ अगर आधा घंटा बात करे तो like say they feel empowered. क्यों? क्योंकि I can see a strength in that person. Everybody has got a strength, but मुझे वो strength दिख जाता है. So, but in online क्या होता है कि why I have chosen, बहुत सारे लोग प्रॉब्लम में होता है तो then they start grieving. जिंदगी अच्छा नहीं है, जिंदगी में मुझे ऐसा हो गया एंड माय बॉस इज नॉट गुड, नहीं ये अच्छा नहीं है, होता है, राइट? सो दे वेस्ट अ लॉट ऑफ एनर्जी, राइट? हमारे हमारे पास पावर है एक्चुअली, हाउ वी कैन गेट ओवर दैट आपको तो पता है, बट थोड़े से अगर एक बार डाउन हुए ना, डाउन होते चले जाते हैं. तो ऐसे लोग अगर आपको मिले तो कम से कम इनिशियल डिस्कशन के लिए आप मुझे मुझे मेरा ट्रेनिंग रेकमेंड कर, राइट?
So I have seen your LinkedIn profile. So you worked in Hyderabad most of the time. So you are quite familiar with the Telugu language also.
No, no, no. I didn't work most of the time. Actually, I stayed there for 2 years. एक बार तो
Mm.
2008 में and another time I stayed in 2010. But my company was Hyderabad based. So
Yeah, basic.
I worked everywhere. So many 16 states में, right?
Yeah.
So language में तो proficiency नहीं है, but yes, सब थोड़ा बहुत तो समझ लेते.
Because so I feeling that so many of my friends who are working with the developmental sector and they are from Telugu linguistic people and they don't know Hindi and they are not proficient in English.
Okay.
So to refer them, so I thought that so if you know Telugu, so I can easily refer to you
नहीं,
so that
हिंदी
they can benefit.
एक्चुअली हिंदी इंग्लिश मिला के हम बात कर सकते हैं. एंड
Hmm.
लाइक से बहुत डिफिकल्ट हुआ तो बहुत ही रिमोट से हुआ तो देन इट विल बी प्रॉब्लम, बट अदरवाइज हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश आई मिक्स फॉर देयर अंडरस्टैंडिंग.
Okay, I will try to connect the people. So I will see that so whenever I got interaction and they are
Yeah.
so that is to get such a type of orientation that timing is also important.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Any other question?
No, okay. So you are sharing that recorded these things, huh?
Recorded. Which one recorded?
So this Zoom recording session.
This one I'll share with you.
Because I want to go through this also, and so can I
Yes, yes.
whenever I can
Sure,
see.
sure, sure, sure. So this PPT is with me. This will be with me till I prepare your competency stories, and ultimately I will share that with you also. No issue.
Okay.
Everything will be with you. So you can, whenever you are reaching out to whichever company, I'll make a presentation, a small video also, automatic video, so that you can just pitch that. So before they call you for interview, screening जब होता है तो apart from those documents, they can see your stories also. So that will be very good.
So I didn't got. So how can I present this into Excel? Shall I include this into these things?
So what you can do is, sometimes क्या होता है ना, like say today only I have posted ना, to unpublished jobs, जो job published नहीं है, how do you approach those jobs? You will first
Yeah,
find.
most.
So एक cover letter लिखा, that is old fashion, everybody writes a cover letter. So to attract grab their attention, what you can do is you can just send them a link of that pitch deck, right? I call that as a pitch deck, and that I'll upload in my YouTube and give you the link, which you can share. That so, okay then. Any other question?
No, no.
Oh,
So I will
okay.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening and good night.